Jackson ASMR. Tonight's video is going to be scary storytelling, and the story that I'm going to tell you tonight is that of the White Rabbit. So, lay back, try to relax, and listen to my voice as I tell you a scary story before you go to sleep. There was once a boy who was pretty much normal, lived a normal life in a normal house with a normal family. There was nothing really out of the ordinary, apart from the fact that every night you would see a white rabbit. This was no ordinary white rabbit. This white rabbit was a tall humanoid figure with dirty white fur, red piercing eyes, sharpened teeth, and tall crooked ears. This rabbit would stalk the boy each night through his bathroom window as he'd get ready for his bedtime routines. The boy had cried many times to his parents, but as they could not see what he could, as all parents do, they dismissed it as another childish fancy, something to get attention from. Little did they know, they'd never been so wrong. So, disheartened, the boy grew to live with the fact he was the only one who could see it, and that no one would ever believe him, because who would? And the more he became not happy, not understanding, but just complicit with the fact that this would happen every night, but nothing else would ever come of it, he all of a sudden stopped seeing the White Rabbit. After years and years of torment, seeing as long as he can remember, it all of a sudden just stopped. Now to any normal person this might seem happy, amazing, great, but in reality he was struck with fear, looking in every possible direction, just wondering where the rabbit could be, as the thought that he'd actually disappeared didn't cross his mind. He was frantic, his brain spiraling, but after a while he'd searched every corner of the room, and yet he still had found nothing. And finally he accepted that he was free at long last. He didn't have to fear going to bed at night, and he was safe for the first time in a long time. The boy grew up to live again a normal life, and he even grew into a fine adult and brought up a son of his own. Everything was finally going right for him, and even though he felt safe and free of the demon, there was always something quite not right. He'd always have one eye open at night, always look over his shoulder, but he could deal with that for the most part, he was free. That was at least until his son, one night, as he brushed his teeth, looked into the mirror. In the reflection he saw the bathroom window, and outside was a tall, white rabbit, with all the same aspects, staring at him intensely. At every little move he did he was watching. Now he told his father, and the man that now become a father, he reassured his son, let him know that he'd been through this experience. He knew exactly how he was feeling, but it was okay, because nothing bad ever happened to him. And sure enough, lo and behold, the son's nightmarish hallucinations had stopped after the next night. He no longer saw the rabbit, neither of them did, and with joy, from a feeling finally free from the nightmares, they decided to take a day trip, as normal families would do, to an amusement park. They had such fun riding on the roller coasters and eating junk food up until the very point they had to go home. Now, this car ride was definitely not a short one, but they felt they deserved it after all the pain that they'd experienced together. And as they got further into the journey, they were actually rather close to her, only about 30 minutes left. They were going down these long, winding country roads that he didn't quite seem to remember passing on the way there, but nevertheless, he followed his sat-nav in the hope they would soon be home. The son was asleep on the back seat, and the father had a coffee in his drinks holder and music playing on the radio in the hopes that fatigue would not set in. And it didn't, until all of a sudden there was darkness all around. The father had blacked out, swerved into a tree, and when he awoke, he looked to his left, looking outside his window, across the road. He saw two red, piercing eyes, cutting through the darkness of the night, hidden in the hedges that followed the road. In a state of pure fear, he turned to the back seats to find his son not there. Nothing but a tuft of white fur had been left in its place. Now, the father looked back, and there was nothing there across the road. He was completely alone. He'd spent all night searching for his son in the middle of this dark, abandoned country road. And it wasn't until the morning when he sought out his parents for help. However, little did he know this would prove mute, as he explained what had just happened. His parents had no idea what he was talking about. In fact, no one he spoke to did. Who was his so-called son that had been a part of his life? The man who seemed to have lost his father's status went home baffled by the experience that he had just had. He went into his bathroom and splashed cold water in his face, hoping to wake up from this nightmare, and that his son would there waiting for him. But instead, as water rolled off his face and he opened his eyes, he saw in the reflection a white rabbit staring at him through the window of the bathroom once again. And, in truth, that was the last night the man was ever seen. There was no body ever found, no sign of foul play, nothing, no trace of him. He simply disappeared into the night. It was at this point he realized he had never truly been free. In fact, the demon had just waited around until he could enact the maximum amount of pain. And to that he was successful. And the moral of the story is, don't ever become complacent. Now, go to sleep, my dear.